The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 2nd down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, this from 37. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Shamar Stephen in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. Myers' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On third down, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. They'll try and run down here with Procise. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown run. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Here's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, guys. 4 down. 4 down. Block that. Block that. Safety's creeping. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
A second down carry for Brosses. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Check. Watch 54.
Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point.